to make it round T1 and survive, it'll be the greatest sim race you have ever seen in your life. It's going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to this. So here we go. Let's change cameras. Some bloody awful cameras for the start here. Oh, and Lloyd has moved forwards. I told you. He screwed it up already. He's going to get a drive-through penalty. Straight off the bat. And this guy's got a terrible one, and Lloyd has already got a drive-through. Oh my days. As we head down into T1, Lloyd has got the race lead so far. Sinton in second, Sobek in third. Skyring has dropped down to fourth after forgetting where the accelerator pedal. Is the Lloyd curse real? No, it is 100% real, ladies and gentlemen. That is a fact. I said before the race, he is the common denominator. And here we go. He has to do a drive-through because he moved off the line. He's either in a crash straight off the bat, or he gives himself a drive-through. Now in theory, I don't know if I can turn it off or not, but in theory I can turn off the auto start-stop and get into the safety car and put them all back together. That is something that I am tempted to do. Let's have a little look. It's called auto start stop, so what will happen is that it will just shove me straight back in to the into the pits. Not sure. Not sure. So what I'm gonna do, studio scene. We're gonna try some things out tonight. I'm sorry, this is not gonna be the most entertaining of streams tonight compared to our previous races. I'm gonna try some things, okay? So we're gonna back out of this. You see how I backed to the pits and it went straight to like camera and so on and so forth. So we're gonna get rid of server settings, Python apps, auto start stop is off, although is there a way that I can turn off auto start stop? Auto start stop, is there another? Always VR, use mouse, enable hotkeys, toggle. Doesn't really say. Enable hotkeys, click to toggle, enable hotkeys. 1. But what is the hotkeys? I don't know what the hotkeys are. That's the problem. Ah, dear me. Right, so I've disabled that. Okay. Settings. We're gonna try something. It's only a 20-minute race. Apologies. This is me learning things. In fact, what I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna click to this one because I think I also need to know the admin password. I think I need to know. So I'm just gonna go that one, that one. Yeah, pop that over here so I can see it like that. Okay, then we're gonna go back to that one. Then we're going to go to, oh, I need to open up a new tab and bring it back over here. Sorry, this is a really bad stream tonight, so I apologize profusely. I you know, very sorry that this is happening. But we're going to try something live on stream, and I'm kind of excited about it. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to try and be a safety car. Okay? I'm going to try and be a safety car. Try to be. Oh, James Lloyd's got a 10-second stop and go. Okay, right, bear with me. Bear with me. Real penalty. Admin. Where is it? Right, I can't copy and paste, which is really annoying because the admin passwords are always really long. Deploy safety car. Deploy safety car. Woohoo! Let's try it. Let's try it, ladies and gents. Let's try it. Screw it. Safety car is coming out. Oh. Here we go. Woohoo! We are just trying things tonight. It's a fairly short race. Where's my? I need a virtual mirror, so apologies. Just trying to find where that mirror is. Wings. Or I could just drive it like... be a really good one. What would be... Oh, why can I not find, like, mirror? Why am I just being absolutely, like, silly? No. Sorry, this is the worst league race stream you'll ever see in your life. Why can I not find? Cannot find. Like, mirror. I don't know where it's gone. I must have just completely properly disabled it. Must have just disabled it. Well, I'll be able to tell from... And we're just making it a good old little sprint, 10-minute sprint to the finish. There's only 4 drivers at the end of the day. I'd rather do this and annoy people. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 4 of our ultimate, the Pretty Ninja Ultimate Sim Racing Championship. There we go. We got out in the end. As you can see, to the screen to my right, your left, as you're looking at it, we are doing some ovals tonight in NASCAR. We are at the Indianapolis Indy 500 circuit, or just the Indy Oval. Call it what you will, for a 20-minute thrash out of these NASCARs. And I've already, if you've been watching from last week, as we see Lloyd just absolutely smash it. I already have the safety car settings sorted out. So I can just hop in the safety car if I need to and rebind them all up and get them back going again. So we will see how this goes. Hopefully it won't be too bad. We'll have to wait and see. But ideally we want to try and keep as many people in the race as possible. But this is the Ultimate Sim Racer. The whole point in this series is to find out who is the Pretty Ninja community's ultimate sim racer, which means can you master all the disciplines, including the ones that you think should be easy. At the end of the day, each session, each week is going to get harder. So this is the hardest one so far. So far. So, everyone thinks that ovals is just turning left. It really isn't. There is a lot more to ovals. It's all about the car setup, the tyre pressures, what kind of toe angle you want at, how you do the drafting, when do you attack, when do you defend, how good is the slip, can you stop the car from smashing into the wall like we saw what happened to Lloyd earlier, was going side by side and kind of going at it, and as you can see Lloyd's just let off the throttle there and lost control. So it is all about surviving 20 minutes and trying to win the race. But Lloyd is definitely the fastest on circuit right now. As Hewis is not far off at all, you know. Not far off at all. We have Watt in, which is 51.3. I think in the race everyone will kind of they'll go for it, but they'll be a little bit more tentative in regards to, well, it is still only turning left. Well, you have to turn right if you're trying to go around the outside of them, you know what I mean? So it's not just turning left. Oh, and we see Watt just clip into the wall there and getting some major damage. So it is about car control in this. Coulson likes his oval racing. Let me in chat, by the way, is who I'm responding to. And Coulson's losing the rear end as well. So it's an awkward one in ovals. You want it to be nice and slippy, but you want to be able to control the car through the corners. NASCAR is probably a little bit harder than IndyCar. So, but we do have quite a few Formula Series coming up after this one. So, yeah, we couldn't really do IndyCar and then another Formula Series and then another Formula Series. It has to be difficult at the end of the day. We are finding who is the best. And speaking of the best, right now, as we take a look at the standings, I'm not sure how well you guys can see that, but Jace Geiring is not racing tonight, and he's only 1 point ahead of Lloyd. So Lloyd just needs to finish the race, and he will go top of the table. Sinton is also not able to race tonight. Sobek, I believe, isn't racing either, as we see Lloyd binning it again. So Pindalia is able to gain some massive positions, but again, he just needs to survive 20 minutes of oval racing, and that is not easy with a lot of cars around you. Everybody else, however, apart from maybe Bartek, who is currently in 12th position, no points as of yet, but has finished. Not quite sure how they've got no points. Coulson is also racing and has no points currently. But again, if they survive, they will get points. You know, so it is all about keeping your car alive tonight, which I quite like. I quite like that. I like the fact that you can only you have to just work on surviving. As we're coming up to the last minute and 50 seconds of practice, let's have a little look at other people that we've got going on. Oz here coming out of the pit lane. That is a look at how slammed that rear end is, to the point that the front end is tipping upwards. That can't be good. You must get masses of oversteer or understeer, sorry, unless the car's just clipping. Yeah, that car's not turning. You need it the other way around. You need a bit of toe. So that rear end needs to be a lot higher. As you can see, yeah, there we go. So the rear end of Maruso's is a bit higher. Not massively higher, but it is higher. That front is still looking a bit high to me. Oh, well handled. well controlled there. And then if we look at maybe like Pindalia or Lloyd, okay, their cars look like that as well, really, I guess. Yeah. Could be just the way that the cars clip in on the circuit, maybe. Just doesn't quite look right, especially Oz's. Oz's is definitely looking a little bit peculiar. Yeah, look, it just look, that's all sorts of wrong. I don't know what setup's going on there. That's stacked. But that front end is far too high. As we Lloyd is gone again. Pindalia is in the pits with a 50.9. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw 51 52s through the race consistently. 52s maybe. I think a lot of people are going to be a little bit more cautious than you would expect. But the safety car is ready, and I might actually just put a little admin chat out there just to say, FYI, safety car is ready. Just so you all know, safety car is fueled and ready to go. Hello, Huey, in chat. So, hopefully, people will survive today. But before we go into the race event, and before I probably jump into the safety car after turn 1, this weekend is our 2-year anniversary charity race in support of Race Against Dementia. It's not a 4-hour race anymore, it's a 2-hour race. Solo or team, your choice, around Donington Park, which will be streamed all day starting at 2 PM BST. Loads of entries still available, so make sure you check out the link in the description. And I've just realised it shoved the car on the grid. Let me, if you can hear me, what's the shortcut to put your car in the pits? Because we have a problem. We have a problem, ladies and gentlemen. The safety car is on the grid. And I don't think Letterman can hear me. So I'm actually going to wait, because if I wait, it should put me into the pits. 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll be able to catch it all. And Lloyd, it's a standing start sadly because it's not rolling. So Lloyd has got a good run into Pindalia, into T1. No, you need an app for that. Just wait till green, then leave the menu. Okay, which is what I did. So we are okay. Everyone has made it through T1. Lloyd is making some good gains already. Pindalia in second. Watt in third. Bartek in the nice stripy Lynx Africa livery. Marusu in P5, getting the toe from Bartek. But Bartek, straight line speed of Bartek's car is absolutely rapid compared to Watt. And Watt was in the slip. So everyone just needs to keep their car going. Try and keep within the car in front, the toe in front. Marusu in P5, Coulson in P6, and Oz is gone off, but has managed to keep it going. So no safety car for that quite yet. So here is our race leader, Pindalia, trying to catch onto the back. But again, these two drivers just need to finish, and it'll most likely be P1 and 2 at the end of the race. Watt is not going into the slip of Bartek. Marusu is disconnected from the server sadly, so that's a DNF there. But iWatts dive down the inside. Great move by Watt. to get through on Bartek. Coulson is sadly just slipping out of the toe. Oz is still going, but into the wall. Definitely some significant damage. Fast lap of the race goes to Huey. And Watt moves into third position with Watt and Bartek having a nice little tussle here. I'm just watching the splits of the drivers in front, and they seem to be just casually taking their time. Pindalier is definitely getting closer to Lloyd. As Bartek moves up into P3. But I think Huey's playing the smart game and just sitting behind. Now these two are working together quite well to try and keep up with the cars in front. Bartek got a terrible exit out of the last corner there, as Lloyd has just set the fastest lap off the race. Oh, I've not set up the donate towards the charity button correctly, so I'll do that after the stream today, ready for this Saturday's 2-hour endurance race on a set of course competition unit. As we're just keeping an eye on the driver sitting in third. I think Bartek is just letting Watt have the position, seeing if they can close the gap down anymore, but it's already 2 seconds. Oz is left, sadly, so that's another DNF, so we're down to 5 drivers. And you can see that Pindalier is right on the rear end of Lloyd, getting the fastest lap of the race so far with 51.199. Still 16 minutes left to go though. But Watt is definitely keeping it nice and smooth and is making ground on the cars in front. So clearly what could be in conjunction for the race towards the end. Coulson just sitting pretty in P5. Just keeping it consistent, keeping the car alive. You just don't know what's going to happen to the cars in front. Again, slowly making ground on Bartek. Bartek is also slowly making ground on Watt. So everyone's slowly making ground on the front two drivers here as we're watching Pindalier sat in P2. As we go into T1. Just see them drifting it through the corner, which is nice. The tyres should easily last these 20 minutes. Shouldn't really be a problem. Jammers, Lloyd and Jammer, same person, Jamski, taking a very high line. Bit of a wobbly exit, and he's letting QS through. Now, is that an interesting switch by Lloyd? Because really, in oval racing, you don't want to be, well, it sounds silly, but you don't want to be in front, especially if the car behind can easily keep up. But we'll wait and see what Hewis does. The rest of the pack is staying intact, to be fair. There's no real reason for a safety car. And because we've got no major crashes, no need for a 4-course yellow or anything like that. So they are doing incredibly well here. And Lloyd is just kind of keeping the half-a-second gap, as long as it doesn't get much bigger than that. 1, 2, and Hewitt is a little bit high on T4, although he does manage to get it down for a late apex, but it does look like Lloyd. Wow, the splits are pretty even. Pindalier is trying to break the toe. We're not watching. Pindalier has just set a fast lap on the race with 51.016. So we're just waiting to see what happens between these two. Everyone else is slowly spacing out. Still some very good points. Oh, and that's what? That's what in the background? Whoa, what a save! What a save! That was some fabulous, fabulous saving work there by Watt. Incredible. Oh, and Lloyd. Lloyd's gone off. Major damage for Lloyd. And he's now in the pits, which puts him a lap down. I've got a funny feeling he might have done his engine in, lost the rear end on the corner, and completely gone. Lloyd will get to the top of the championship, though, I believe. But he needs to finish. So he needs to get back out of the pits and just get at least a lap done. And then he will get the points for it. He just needs to get out once the repairs are finished. If he wants to get some points. So Pindalia is sitting pretty in P1. And is cruising around this course. But yeah, Lloyd is still sat in the pits, so Watt moves into P2, Bartek is in P3, Coulson in P4. And these are some interesting feet camera images, where the feet are not doing anything whatsoever. And then we can't see anything in the background, so clearly the in-car cameras aren't quite working. So can Coulson make any gains? Lloyd is still sat in the pits. Just needs to go out there and do one lap, really. That's all he needs to do. He just needs to finish the race. But whether he clipped the outside of the wall, not sure. That's the answer to that one. As Pindalia is now... Oh, Pindalia's crashed as well! So he's now fallen down into P4. What's the damage like? Oh, it's a bit wobbly. Yeah, that's definitely broken suspension. Or broken steering arc at least. So Pindalia has also made a crash, so it seems to be that Watt is P1 and surviving. 10 minutes left to go. Can really slow at the pace a little bit. And Pindalia is walking wounded right now. Lloyd should be able to go back out, and I feel like he should. Just to get those points in. But that puts Watt first. Coulson is in second. Bartek is in third. So I think Bartek has also had a moment. We've just completely missed it as well. But Bartek is closing down on Coulson. And Pindalia is in the pit. So even if it takes 8 minutes to repair, just needs to get back out there and get the points in. And you know, depending on how long the repairs are going to take, Lloyd could actually gain more points here. Bartek is now under a second behind Coulson. In theory, Bartek should be P2, but clearly had a bit of a wobble. Liam Francis, who wants to dance? What? Stop spamming warning. Oh my god. Sorry, Liam, that is not a message I need to be deleted by Nightbot, so apologies about that. Liam stated, go on Bartek in capital letters. Nothing wrong with that. Just Nightbot being funny. But can Bartek? There's the gap. The slip should be good. Pindalia is coming back out, so P4 for Hewis. Still be some points. And it is a race about survival. The front drivers really could have just really taken it easy. They were at least a second quicker than the other cars in the field. Could have slowed up a little bit. But 8 minutes left of the race to go. Pindalia's up high and has already hit the wall. And that's engine damage right there. Pindalia's definitely got some mega damage. Not having a good time is a very hard combo. But Coulson, Bartek and Watt seem to be surviving. Lloyd is back out on the circuit now. So that's the repairs done for Lloyd, so it must have been heavy engine damage. But you don't know what's going to happen. There's 7 minutes left to go. All three of these drivers could absolutely bin it, yeah? Could absolutely bin it. But Pindalia is back in the pits. It's going to take some time to repair. Jamski is 3 laps down from Pindalia. So it all depends on how long Pindalia's repairs are going to take. We're down to 3 attempts now for Bartek and Coulson. As we go a little bit wider, please, cameras. Thanking you. Coulson goes for the inside line. Bartek, the outside line. Probably needs to let off. So does Coulson know if he wants to survive and not smash it against the wall. Nicely done there by Coulson. Good bit of defensive driving, but Bartek should get the slip down this straight, and it should be enough. It's there, it's just not quite enough before they get to T3. Oh, Coulson's a bit high, having to let off. But manages to hold on. Bartek could be a little bit early on the throttle, but understandably if the car's a little bit wobbly and the air's a little bit broken, it's going to be hard. Pindalia is actually still out on track. Lloyd is now only 2 laps behind. So the damage couldn't have been too bad for Hewis. What our race leader still seems to be going on quite well. The gap has fallen down to 6 seconds, so... Oh, 5 seconds. Quite a few seconds. What's going on with Watt? Watt has got damage. Damage for Watt. So Coulson has gone through, which means that the race win is between Bartek and Coulson. Watt has hit the wall. He's hit the wall. He's gone back into the pits. He has jumped in, which is a little bit cheeky. But yeah, we'll see what happens. There'll be like a wait time as well. But this is between Mark Coulson, the South African, and Bartek, who I sadly don't know where they're from because they haven't got the nationality on the World Sim Series website activated. So 1.7 seconds. Bartek having a pretty bad lap that lap. Really relieving the pressure of a Coulson with only 5 minutes to go. Watt is still in the pits. Pindalia is only 2 laps behind. Coulson is sitting pretty well right now, to be honest. Can Bartek do the business? 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Slovakia, thank you very much, Liam. South Africa versus Slovakia around an American oval. You would have thunked it. But can Bartek challenge Coulson for the race win and get the maximum 25 points towards the Ultimate Sim Racing Series? It's definitely doable. Bartek's just set his personal PB of the race at 51.5. About 4 tenths quicker than Coulson that last lap, so with 3-4 more laps to go. The race is definitely on. Can they keep it clean? That's the other thing. Can they keep it clean, or is there going to be some old-fashioned NASCAR rubbing? But he's managed to break the gap back down to 1.1 seconds. Coulson was quite high there. In fact, I'm not even sure if Coulson may have even scrubbed the wall there on the outside, because he is dropping off a bit of time. Watt is still in the pits. Pindalia. Where are they? Yeah. So Pindalia, after they come round this corner... Oh no, next set of corners will be on the same lap as Watt. And there's quite the wait time there, so yeah, we can see not much between Pindalia and Watt coming through. But it's all about the battle for race 1. Bartek just needs to get in that toe. Don't worry about getting the fresh air, get in that toe. You're just outside of it. There's 2 minutes left to go. Overheat that engine. Let's go. Come on. Oh, he's lost a lot of time through T3. The car's sounding very smooth, but he's not using all the circuit. You can see that he's really not pushing the vehicle to its limits, because if he was, he'd be going from white line to wall and wall to white line. And Pindalia has moved up into P3. So some big points here for Huey coming up. 3 laps behind the leaders, so unless they have an absolute nightmarish event happen to them now, the race win is out of control for Hewis. Lloyd still going as well. Great show by Lloyd. Watt is still in the pits. And the gap is now back to 1.4 seconds. I think Bartek's settling here. You can see he's really not using most of the circuit. Look at that. Good 2-3 meters off the white line. And then a good 2 meters, 1 meter off the wall. So there is a lot more pace in this car than what he's allowing. 2 laps left to go based on the time. And can Lloyd jump Watt? Lloyd's just set a personal PB of 51.091. I'm not sure if that's fastest lap of the race, actually. Not 100% sure. But this is what happens in sim racing, ladies and gentlemen, when you just stick at it. Keep going. You don't know what's going to happen in a 20-minute race. But Mark Coulson could be on his way to winning his first round in the Ultimate Sim Series Championship. As Coulson crosses over the line. Watt is still in the pits, and I think Lloyd actually... Oh, and Watt's coming out of the pits as well. So are they going to be... Oh, they're not going to be racing, are they? No. Oh, it would have been this lap. So Watt is just holding on to P4. And Coulson has got 2 more corners, and he's round 4 winner of the Ultimate Sim Racing Championship. As Lloyd has overtaken Watt. What? So Lloyd has overtaken Watt to get P4. Okay. I thought he had 1 more lap to go, but Mark Coulson, that's South African, is going to be incredibly happy about that. Steady wins the race as Mark Coulson crosses the line to finish in P1 in round 4. Bartek in P2. Pindalia 3 laps down after an incident at T3 by the looks of it. We'll be bringing home P3. Lloyd gets P4. Watt gets back out and gets P5 and gets those precious points towards the championship. Pindalia, oh, rubbing the wall. Really pushing it on the last lap. And over the line they come to take P3. Wasn't the closest of racing, but I think that was a good race overall, to be honest. Mark Coulson being our winner here. The Bud Light Mobile, Bartek in P3. Great race by Bartek in the Lynx Africa. It's not Lynx Africa, it just reminds me of Lynx Africa. Pindalia in P3, Lloyd in P4, and Watt in P5. So I think a lot of them will probably moan about that, but the whole point in this, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned to you earlier, is the fact that it's meant to be difficult. It's not meant to be easy. It's not meant to always be the best combinations. This is sim racing. You can do anything in sim racing. So, yeah, there's no real kind of penalties that need to be given out, I don't think, to anyone. But we will wait for everyone to go through, and then we'll see see what the update results are and how it affects the standings. Now, Lloyd should go top of the championship. I don't know by how many points, maybe 10 off the top of my head. And Pindalia, depending on where they are right now, which is currently in P5 with 35 points, might, by 3 points, jump into P2. But Mark Coulson, who's currently sitting with 0 points, will immediately get 25 and go into P7. So Lloyd actually got through his first lap. He did get through his first lap. It was lap 4 or 5 that he decided to just let the car go. Let it go, let it go. Smash it into that wall. Anyway, there you go. There's my rendition of Frozen, NASCAR version. And yeah, there is no points to take away or give. So we're just going to close and approve because there was no incidences in that race. There was no dodgy doings from what we could see. So then we'll have a look at the standings. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not sure how well you can see that on your screens, but I'll read it out for you. Lloyd is in P1 with 62 points. Skyring still retains P2, but only by 1 point to Pindalia, who is on 50. Stinton moves down to P4 with 44 points, only 6 points behind Pindalia. Sobek in 5th, Alacon in 6th. Coulson moves into P7 with those 25 points. Bloomke is still in... It's still got 25 points, but only ever joined in 1 round. Bartek going 9th with the 18 points that he got from his P2 drive here in round 4. 66 is currently sitting pretty in 10th. Jordan in 11th. Watt in 12th, who sadly could have got a lot more points today, but just made that vital area around T1 and T2 towards the end of the race. Everyone else is kind of yeah, not really returning back. So Lloyd is leading the championship. Next week, next Wednesday, if you want to get involved, you can. You just need to join our Discord, which you can find the link in the description below, because you need a password to join into this series. And next is the Hungaroring in F1 2022 cars, which I will click join now. And it's in the Lotus Exos 125. Which I'll be putting the password in straight after this session. So that was a very good race. I think they did remarkably well, and I will catch you guys on Saturday for this week's main event, which is our 2-year anniversary charity race in aid of raising some funds for Race Against Dementia. If you can donate on the day, please do. We are almost 50% towards our target of £240 anyway. You don't have to donate like £100. I mean, that would be fantastic if you did and absolutely smashed our target, but as little as you like would be great. And if you do, your name will be shone in lights on the stream on the day, and every donation that gets submitted, you will see Nigel Mansell eat a strawberry, which everybody loves to see. So join us around about 2 PM BST on Saturday for our 2-year anniversary race around Donington Park on a set of course competition. If you want to get involved, again, just join our Discord or look on the World Sim Series website. You can join as a team of 2 or just do it by yourself. More drivers, the better. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, look after yourselves. I hope you have had a good week so far. I hope your week continues to be lovely and fantastic. And like I said, I will catch you on Saturday for the big event. But until then, tatty bye.